But let's switch the page now. It's a bumper edition of the show because the issues that we're going to be discussing are so much, from anti-corruption issue to the grass-cutting controversy. But for a moment, let's listen to another Senate president, but this one, a former Senate president. There is a recent clamor for the interest of the Igbo nation by the governor of Imo State, Rochas Okorocha, asking his people to join the APC. Senator Nnamani is a former Senate president, and about a year ago, he left the PDP, the platform where he used so well to the extent that he became the Senate president. This is not the first time he is leaving the party PDP, but in this interview, I asked him why again he has to choose to abandon the PDP now for the ruling APC.
I don't know about the word abandonment, because sometime during February, what date was that? 6th of February, 2016, February 6th, that was a Saturday, I gave a press conference. I gave my reasons. Reluctantly, I had to change course. So almost a year thereafter, almost approaching, because next February it will be 1 year. I've gone. I would say that I was on sabbatical. I was looking at the best option. What do I do? If you want to ask somebody to buy something for you from the market, if you are unable to go to market, the question is: do you send somebody? You give your money to somebody that is coming back from the market, or somebody who is going, asking the person to buy something for you? I figured that PDP was not in any shape or form going to market. It was coming back after 16 years almost. So
you sort of gave up on the PDP. You thought, for you, the PDP is almost dead.
I wouldn't say dead. I'm not a doctor. I cannot pronounce it dead. I have not checked the heartbeat, but I'm sure it's in a serious coma because of several cases and people going their different ways. But most importantly, failure of leadership to realize a change. That it's not only that the party went to election and they didn't do well. That's not the only reason. I led a delegation to Wadata Plaza, the party headquarters, 11th of November 2015. 11th of November 2015. I went to the real stalwarts of the party, former ministers, former senators, reasonable people who wanted to contribute ideas. We wanted to give the party a new face. Let those who led the party to that calamitous failure, abysmal failure, performance, let them take back seats. We're not saying any person should leave. We're not entitled to do that. Our constitution does not say if you go for election, I don't do well, then you should go away. No, that's not the case. But we thought, let the faces step aside, as the chairman Moaz did. Particularly when a constitution is specific. And if a person resigns of authority, like the chairman resigned, we should get somebody from the same zone to complete the tenure. Those guys who were then running the party at that time continued as if nothing happened.
What would you say you are hoping to achieve by moving to the APC?
Well, my movement to APC is because not that APC itself is wonderfully organized. It's not. There's no perfection. But it is not yet hardened. It's not a hardened party yet. Hardened in the sense that it hasn't. How old is APC? APC, with careful crafting and ideas, we see it as a market of ideas. If people can listen to spurious argument from many quarters, nobody has monopoly of these ideas. But we subject it to analysis and then see the best practice. We're not reinventing any wheel. APC, I think, stands a chance of learning from the blunders of PDP.
Some people believe that you are going into the APC to pursue the Igbo nation agenda or the Southeast idea. Is that the reason why you are moving to the APC?
Now, I am not going there to create, to be confrontational and to agitate, say, because of his Igbo cause. Fine. We will speak up if there's a need for that. Because of the level I've attained in Nigerian political scene, I was a member of the National Executive Committee of the PDP. I can't go lower than that. I will be there. If there's a point being made, without fear of favor, I'll get up and speak and call attention for equity and fairness. I'll do that. But I will not do it in a confrontational manner.
Do you see that the Igbos are marginalized, politically speaking?
I don't know about the word marginalized in this context, because if you say you are clustering in one political party, that's putting all your eggs in one basket, and that basket does not even belong to you. There's a price you pay for it. You can't blame somebody for wrong political judgment. Some of us in 2011 and thereafter, if you recall, I was the chairman of IBB presidential bid. The way they launched his ambition at Ego Square. I received all kinds of attack. They thought I'm a Democrat, they thought I'm this. How can I identify with IBB? How can I do this? It looks like I've gone crazy. But politically speaking, you have to see there are 5 states in the Southeast. 5. And if you know that Kano has 44 local governments, if you add all the local governments in Kano, Katsina, and maybe Jigawa, those 3 states have more local governments than the whole Southeast put together. Are you following? Now, what does that tell you? It tells you that we have to make alliances outside our own jurisdiction, outside our own place, for us to make a headway at the center. Some people are thinking about the small enclaves, small states. One federal parastatal, huge enough. If you take 2 or 3 huge federal parastatals, the turnover of such parastatals like MPA, NEMA, and their revenue, it's more than the revenue listed for those 5 eastern states. I'm talking the economics now. So, if we now disengage from the center and we all cluster in our small states and we avoid the bigger picture, which is the center, who is making the right decision?
With the predictions that the APC might split up before the 2019 election, do you think that you might move afterwards?
Speculative and pessimistic thoughts, let's keep it aside. Let's keep those things aside. Why? As I said, APC is not a perfect party. But perfection is very, very unrealistic standard to judge any human endeavor. What some of us, many of us, is to strengthen.
Yeah, that's a conversation with the former Senate President, Ken Nnamani. Well, 2 Senate presidents in the first half of the program, but we get into a very, perhaps a hotter part of the show, where we'll be taking on the anti-corruption fight of the Buhari government. We take a moment, and when we return, the graft-cutting controversy and the president's letter plus the Buhari anti-graft war. That's next on the program. Join us again.